And we have a little bit of breaking news as we've been enlightened that Karrion Kross and Scarlett have been moved to the alumni section on WWE. So if you go to the WWE roster page, and this is important because one, they updated to the second, but the roster page is what tells you like who's active, who's injured, who's alumni. You can say, oh, maybe this is storyline, maybe it's not. But you look at this page, it's straight through, no bullshit. Like if you see them on this page, that's the thing.
Is it everybody that wrestled for WWE? Because I feel like they don't need to list Kalisto or Saxon Huxley. Who the fuck is that?
I think it's everybody unless they're in like a different section. Because yeah, they got like the alumni for WCW, ECW. They got the Hall of Fame. There's different sections, but they keep this like very up to date for stock purposes. So maybe on TV they're telling the story, but they ain't gonna play over here on this page. By the way, El Barcho Del Rio is also there, so there's that news too. But yes, Karrion Kross and Scarlett have been moved to the alumni page. So we did see reports that Karrion Kross, his contract was set to expire. The last report I saw on Thursday was that they had sent him a contract, or they presented him a contract, but he didn't sign it yet. And yeah, that was the report. And then it said the Cross's contract was up, I guess, this weekend. And we get to this weekend, which is now. And as the clock turned to midnight, Karrion Kross is no longer with WWE.
Allegedly.
Oh, he's not. You hear what I said?
I heard what you said. I also know that they just like spent the last however long trying to convince us that Seth Rollins' leg was busted, and it wasn't. And they tried to convince us that R-Truth coming back was all part of some fucking grand master plan from creative. So I think allegedly is fair.
I think it is fair. Yeah, if anything, it would be an R-Truth situation. Honestly, I don't think that's going to happen this time. But I think it would be a R-Truth situation, if anything. So he did actually get released. The backlash becomes a little bit too much. And then it's like, we brought him back, and then it's all part of the show. Did you enjoy it?
Well, this is his second release, too.
This is his second release. The first release was after Vince McMahon turned him into Super Shredder and pretty much killed his career. Then he finally came back. He got some legs under him, started to get some online attention, started to get some fans chanting for him. I guess he didn't connect enough and he got re-released. Now, I said I don't think this will be another truth situation. I don't think the backlash, because yes, he did have his support, but on the other hand, he did have a lot of people who said, guy's boring when the bell rings.
He doesn't take proper bumps.
Doesn't take bumps, can't wrestle. So there was that crowd that did say that kind of stuff.
I hope he doesn't go to AEW.
There is a chance, but I don't know if he would fit in AEW. If anything, he probably would fit best in like a TNA, or well, I guess that's that's the only other place you can go. Go to TNA, and then you might even have a chance to work your way back to WWE. Through the TNA deal.
That's even if he wants to.
Yeah, he might not want to because again, as the reports say, he did get offered a contract and then didn't sign it. Maybe he, wasn't getting the push he wanted to. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he didn't like the number on the contract.
All pretty plausible reasons, I guess. It's just a shame.
Yeah, he did have a lot of potential. It was weird when he got in the ring. There was just something about it that was like, I hate to say boring, but that's kind of where it was. Maybe it was just like because it's too slow pace.
Maybe it's the people he was working with.
Maybe. I mean, he had the stint with Sami Zayn. He had the stint. I think the Drew McIntyre one was okay. His program. I believe he did Rey Mysterio too. That one wasn't too good. These were all when he was on SmackDown, of course.
But I feel like there was somebody else.
He had that little crazy thing where he thought he was going to wrestle Roman Reigns.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he had that crazy moment.
Well, we shall see what happens. He seems like a good dude, though. So, there's that.
Definitely a good dude. Now, there's already a hashtag going. We want Kross, we want Kross, of course.
Oh,
Did you see the? I don't know. Let me find you this clip real quick.
okay.
This is a relevant clip. Like this was a big tell here. So this was during their little press media scrum that is no longer a media scrum. So listen at the Kross.
You have him. You've got him. Yeah, you want Brock, you've got him. So, yeah, just incredible. You have him. You've got him. Yeah, you want Brock, you've got him. So,
Wait.
So they're chanting, "We want Kross, we want Kross," and he says, "You want Brock, you got him."
Wow.
Now there's a chance that they just misheard. I don't know how you do it, but yeah, this was after night 2. Brock did just come back, so there is a chance he just misheard it.
I guess.
But even him saying that in like a confused, you got him.
He's trying too hard to be clever.
Just trying to get one over on people.
I don't know. You can't be that arrogant without the success to show for it.
Well, the numbers are higher than they've ever been, and the gates and all that.
Okay.
So that's what they'll tell you, that they're successful because
Everything is forgettable.
It is.
I would say that the Roman Cody thing was the last memorable, like, actual moment that they've had. It sucks, and for him to be as arrogant and fuck you to the fans as he is when he's done nothing. At least Vince created WrestleMania.
Well, he's given us 2 WrestleManias in 1 year, maybe.
Okay.
Now, do you think Kross is going to actually be able to be brought back?
They could be able to bring him back, yeah.
Do you think the fans are going to be loud enough? Do you think they're going to hijack Raw chanting, "We want Kross"?
Well, WWE icon Triple H will just come out and say, "Yeah, I'll give you Brock." And then Lesnar will come out and F5 somebody. And they'll say, "We want Kross." And then Brock will get on the mic, "Yeah, I'm here.
You got me, guys. Anybody got any pictures they want to send? Any videos? Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he does get brought back, like in a truth manner. Like, is he going to be one that the fans are going to make realize that they fucked up releasing him, or is it just going to be, well, they're upset, but they're not that upset?
Well, unfortunately, there's not a place for him to really go that he can make them regret their decision. Because, I mean, he could go to AEW, but they're only going to let him go so far. He could go to TNA, but he's not going to make a splash there because nobody gives a shit about TNA. That's basically just a glorified feeder system for the WWE now.
Yeah. So, name value-wise, he'd be good for AEW.
Sure.
The problem is, Tony Khan clearly doesn't like pushing people with that kind of a style, or someone as big as him. Tony Khan clearly likes the smaller Ricochets and Mike Bailey, who we'll get into. Will Ospreay, he's freaking building the whole company around him. He's hurt right now, so there's that. So if Kross went, I'm just concerned that he wouldn't get a push as... Now maybe he gets that initial push, the Tony Khan I have new toys push, and then that is enough of a splash to make WWE realize, oh, maybe we did mess up with Kross. But it's got to happen like within the first 1 or 2 years before, Tony Khan gets a new toy and then pushes him to the side.
I think WWE is smart enough to know that the initial splash for AEW doesn't mean anything. Unless you're like Mercedes Moné, that initial splash usually tapers off.
It does, but they do create characters over there. Maybe Kross goes and creates a character or brings back another character. Let's just say maybe Kross shows them that it works on AEW TV, and then they bring that back.
I guess. I mean, I don't see somebody coming back after being released twice.
Yeah, that's tough.
I don't see why you'd want to come back. Like, you know what you're going to get into. You've been there once, right? And they didn't really have anything for you. They just completely cut your nuts off before you can even do anything. You come back a second time and you just kind of fizzle out. And then when you get traction, they let you go.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird to, like, just take it out of wrestling. You get a company They let you go twice and call you. You want to come back to work? No, you fired me twice. Why would I
Right.
come back? So yeah, I guess it'd be something like that. But yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see where it goes. But as a recap, Karrion Kross is no longer with WWE. He has moved to the alumni page, and I'm sure we'll learn a lot more about it. Now, we did have a question in the chat if Kross has a non-compete. From what I can tell, his contract expired, so I don't think he has a non-compete. I think he can walk in AEW tomorrow if he wanted to, or TNA.
I think that is
Just-
wild that they can fire you and then say you can't work for 90 days after that.
Yeah, they used to do that shady shit, like fire them the week before their contract was up. So, yeah, your contract's about to expire. We're going to go ahead and let you go now. Now you can't work for 90 days. But it would be to prevent stuff like that. Like Kross can show up on AEW on Wednesday. They don't
Yeah.
want that to happen. That was the Vince McMahon thing. He wanted, the name to cool down before they started showing up again. And if all else fails, Kross can just put Scarlett on OnlyFans and make bank.
There you go.
He could ride his wife's coattails. Because you remember Meltzer said there's going to be a lot more of that. So if he doesn't get back into wrestling, now he does have a book coming out too, or maybe it's out. I don't know, but maybe he needs to do that book tour before he comes back to wrestling. I don't know. I don't know much about the book. I just saw it was a thing. Yeah, but that's all the news we have on Karrion Kross. And that was breaking news. So we will learn more as the week goes on. Sure, the journalists right now working to get that information. So we'll see where that goes.